And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hey yo! Yo, 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 hey. Good mornings, Southeast Iowa. How you doing on this Monday, on this Columbus Day, Monday, October 9th. Hey, hope you had a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in to the Morning Wake Up presented by Ottumwa Coasters. And speaking of them, let's take a look at that graphic up next as you can look for the Steve Shutler Media Coasters in Ottumwa at various Ottumwa restaurants. If you do some fine dining in Ottumwa, you can look for the Steve Shutler Media Coasters and all the other coasters that Ottumwa Coasters puts out there. So check that out. Make sure you like Ottumwa Coasters on Facebook and help promote their business as they help promote plenty of other businesses and events like me, like Steve Shutler Media. So thank you to Ottumwa Coasters for sponsoring our morning wake up. Let's get a look at our forecast for today, Columbus Day. Sunshine and a high of 63, north to northwest winds gusting up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cold areas of frost after 4 a.m., clear skies, a low of 35, just a little bit of a northwest wind overnight. Tomorrow, as we mentioned, areas of frost before 8 a.m. So if you're wanting to save what's left of your vegetation, your flowers, your plants, you might want to cover those overnight tonight. Some areas of frost tomorrow morning. Otherwise, sunny skies tomorrow and a high of 67. Tomorrow night, 20% chance of some showers late, a low of 41. And that'll bring in a good chance of some showers, maybe some thunderstorm activity on Wednesday, and a high of 63. Right now, our current conditions here in southeast Iowa, humidity at 87%, wind speed north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and 39 degrees here in southeast Iowa. That is a look at our forecast. Again, we're doing the morning wake up here on Steve Shutler Media. And, you know, we had that Cody Jinks contest going on the Steve Shutler Media Facebook page over the weekend. Let's bring that graphic up next as Cody Jinks and Aaron Viancourt going to be at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa coming up on November 3rd. If you don't know who Cody Jinks is, this guy is like probably near the top, if not the top, of independent country musicians. Cody Jinks has got it going on, a huge fan base, and he's coming to Ottumwa at the Bridgeview Center November 3rd. Now, I did a contest right here on Steve Shutler Media over the weekend. All you had to do to be eligible to win for a pair of tickets for the show was to like the post I made and share it. So it was an easy like and share, a pair of Cody Jinks tickets up for grabs. And according to my promoter that hooked me up with my pair of tickets, these are good seats. These aren't the cheap seats. These aren't the nosebleed section. These are going to be good seats. I can't tell you exactly where they're going to be, but I do have it on good word that these are good seats for Cody Jinks at the Bridgeview Center. And our prize winner is, out of everybody who liked and shared from my page, Missy Sellers. Missy Sellers, congratulations to you. You've got some Cody Jinks tickets, a couple of tickets for Cody Jinks. Missy Sellers is our prize winner. So congratulations to you, Missy Sellers. That was our first concert ticket giveaway here on Steve Shutler Media. So I've been doing this a little over a month, maybe a month and a half now. And our first ticket giveaway. So Missy Sellers, congratulations to you. I'll be getting a hold of you for more information on that. But Missy Sellers, our Cody Jinks prize winner for today. All right. Again, we are doing the morning wake up presented by Ottumwa Coasters. And yes, as I mentioned, it is Columbus Day. And oh, wait. That's not Christopher Columbus. That is Chris Columbus. We do celebrate him. We celebrate Chris Columbus every holiday season here in the Shetler household because he did such movies like Home Alone. He's the guy behind the scenes on Home. But no, this is not Chris Columbus Day. This is Christopher Columbus Day. Does Christopher Columbus trigger you? Does Christopher Columbus make you mad? Or do you celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day or whatever it's called? Somebody was going to discover America. So good on you, Christopher Columbus. Thanks for coming to America. All right. Should we do some birthdays? Let's hit the birthday song. All right, celebrity birthdays for this Columbus Day. We've got singer-songwriter Jackson Browne turning 75 years old today. We've got Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy's wife. Sharon Osbourne turning 71. Actor Scott Bakula is 69 years old. You know him from Quantum Leap and some of the Star Trek stuff. We've got football player Mike Singletary. Maybe the most intense eyes in NFL history. Mike Singletary turning 65 years old today. Singer PJ Harvey turns 54. We've got Steve from Blue's Clues. You know how old Steve from Blue's Clues is? 50. He's 50 years old. So Steve Burns, Blue's Clues, 50 years old today. We've got actor Zachary Ty Bryan. He is Brad from Home Improvement, turning 42 years old. And singer Scotty McCreery, turning 30 years old today. So happy birthday to those folks. On this date in history, by the way, good morning to you, Trisha. Good morning to you, Kathy and Kurt. If you're tuning in this morning, give me a shout out in the comments. Love to see who's watching and hanging out with me on this Monday morning. By the way, it is Columbus Day. Some people get today off. My boss does not allow me to have today off. Do you guys get the day off? Comment if you get the day off today, or if you don't. I'm interested to hear. On this date in history. Now, all right, here's where things get a little sketchy. It's Columbus Day, but also, according to sources, on this date in the year 1000, Nordic explorer Leif Erikson discovered what he called Vinland, which many believe to be New England. So, Leif Erikson or Christopher Columbus? Who are you going to celebrate today? It was today in 1876, the very first two-way telephone conversation took place. Also on this date in 1888, the Washington Monument opened to the public. Now, today is, once again, October 9th. Today on the National Day calendar, what's a day off? I hear you, Jason. Today is National Leif Erikson Day. That's actually a thing, Leif Erikson Day. It's National Pro-Life Cupcake Day. Whatever that is. It's National Moldy Cheese Day. And it's National Pandas Awareness Day. Not sure on that one. It's also Columbus Day, of course, and Indigenous Peoples Day. Now, this week is Pet Peeve Week. What's your biggest pet peeve? That is always celebrated in the second full week in October. It's National School Lunch Week. So hats off to those lunch ladies and maybe lunch guys at school. Things you need to know. Let's see here. No winner again in the Powerball. I haven't bought a Powerball ticket in a while. Maybe it's time to do that. No Powerball winner over the weekend. Tonight's jackpot at $1.55 billion. Just warning you, have you seen the cowboy boot Crocs? The shoes. The Crocs, the shoes. They have cowboy boot Crocs now. So get your hands on those. Also, DirecTV jacking up prices again. They have begun informing customers that prices will be going up for a second time this year. Kelly Clarkson going to be kicking off her 5th season of her daytime talk show tomorrow, and Drew Barrymore going to be returning for her 2nd season next Monday. In other news, according to projections, online shoppers will be offered record-setting discounts this holiday season as retailers attempt to entice inflation-weary consumers to buy stuff. So look for online shoppers to get some really good deals. Also, TV news, Low Key Season 2 is now on Disney+. That made its debut over the weekend. Girl Scout cookies. Do you like Girl Scout cookies? Who doesn't like Girl Scout cookies? The price on Girl Scout cookies, of course, it's going up like everything else, depending on where you live, but they are going up in price next year. Some going to be paying as much as $7 a box for Girl Scout cookies. Let's see here. Plans are starting to be made for King Charles' 75th birthday. That comes up next month. I'm sure they've been planning it a lot longer than just here in the last few days. 78-year-old sportscaster Al Michaels. He is saying that he has never eaten a vegetable in his life. That can't possibly be true. Can it? I mean, he probably got force-fed some vegetables when he was like a baby, at least. But, yeah, Al says he hasn't eaten a vegetable. Speaking of those online deals, Amazon's Prime Big Deal Days are tomorrow and Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that. You know what it's time for? It's time for Today's Impossible Question. How you like that? Now I don't have to do that live every day. I just hit the button, and it does it for me. According to a survey, this is today's impossible question, by the way. According to a survey, 3% of people use this to wake them up in the morning. What are they using? 3% of people. They use, any guesses? What 3% of people use to wake them up in the morning? Their pets. Their pets are their alarm clock, evidently. I wouldn't count on those people to make it to work on time. In some weird news, this is weird. We're talking about a woman with giraffe poop. That's always a good topic of conversation in the morning. A woman was stopped by Customs and Border Patrol officers in Minneapolis at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport last week after she was found with giraffe poop that she planned to make into a necklace. A poop necklace. A giraffe poop necklace. The droppings were seized by border officials on September 29th after a woman returning from Kenya declared the animal feces, prompting an inspection by Customs Border Patrol ag specialists. According to the agency, the passenger stated that she obtained the droppings while on her trip and intended to make a necklace. Oh, looks like she's from Iowa. She told the officers that she had previously used mouse poop to make jewelry at her home in Iowa. Evidently, the mouse poop necklace industry must not have been good enough, so she decided to step up her game and do giraffe poop necklaces. Excuse me. They said if this person had entered the U.S. and had not declared these items, there's a high possibility a person could have contacted a disease from this jewelry and develop serious health issues. Who is buying the poop jewelry? Who was buying the mouse poop jewelry? And then they thought they needed to get giraffe poop necklaces. It's a big seller. Okay. Let's talk about dogs. Did you know scientists have gained some new insight into kind of the internal clock of your dog, what they call the epigenetic clock that controls how dogs age? And they've done the math, they got their calculator out, and they did dog math. And according to this, your dog ages really quickly right off the bat. Those first few years, your dogs, of course, they go from being a little puppy to being a full-grown dog. So in that first year, according to this new clock that the scientists have put out, your dog ages 31 years in that first year. So after 1 year old, they're 31 years old in human years. At the end of year 2, your dog is 42 years old, goes up to about 49 years old at the end of their 3rd year, and then things really start to slow down. By age 4, they're about 53. Continuous years, they go up to about 57, 60, 62, 64. So by the time they're about 13 years old, they're like feeling like they're 72 in human years. So again, first 2 or 3 years, they're aging quickly. By the end of their 3rd year, a dog is about 50 in human years. And then things slow down a little bit after that. Have we really gone through all this stuff? Yeah, I guess we have. Top box office for the week ending over this weekend. Your number 1 movie from the box office, and this thing is supposed to be pretty bad, according to its scores on Rotten Tomatoes. Top box office movie for this week, The Exorcist Believer. Not Belieber. I know you want to believe in Justin Bieber, but The Exorcist Believer brought in $27.2 million this weekend. So congratulations to that movie. Your other top 5 movies: Paw Patrol at number 2, Saw X, Saw 10 at number 3, The Creator at number 4, and The Blind at number 5. Just nothing very big right now out at theaters. So kind of in that part of the year. Everybody's just kind of waiting, I guess, for the blockbusters to come out around Christmas. So not much happening at the theaters. Well, thank you for tuning in this morning, Monday morning, Columbus Day. Again, congratulations to Missy Sellers. She was the prize winner of the pair of tickets for Cody Jinks at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa, coming up on November 3rd. Missy Sellers, our prize winner. Stay tuned. Coming up later on today, we'll have our In Remembrance Of video. We'll also have Real Talk coming up this evening with Pastor Aaron Fleming and myself. So we'll be talking about some manly men faith topics. So that's coming up at 6:30. Here in just a little bit, we'll throw up our Athlete of the Week poll. Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week poll. That'll be going up here soon. Did you see the scores? That reminds me. Did you see the scores that I put up, sponsored by Sheets Chiropractic on Friday night, from the Sigourney-Keota game? That was an ugly game. Was it 82-0 over Colfax Mingo? So that's crazy. I'm sure we'll have at least one Sigourney-Keota football player up for the Athlete of the Week. And, of course, we'll have some English Valley's athletes. They've taken the last 3 Athlete of the Week awards. And also 4 out of 6. We've had a couple of Sigourney-Keota football players, and then it's been all English Valleys. So we'll see who brings it in the Athlete of the Week poll. That'll be released here shortly on Steve Shetler Media. Other things coming up this week. Let me grab my list here. We've got our Iowa Music Showcase coming up Friday at Barnwired. Lori and Joe King will be playing us some tunes live on Friday from 11:30 to noon at Barnwired in Sigourney for our Iowa Music Showcase. So Lori and Joe King coming up on Friday. Trying to think what else. Those are kind of the big things for this week. So, stay tuned to Steve Shetler Media. And, hey, thanks for tuning in on this Monday morning wake-up presented by our friends at Ottumwa Coasters.